Hello there, my little popcorn. It's Sunny the Clown back at it again. I'm so sorry for not uploading in almost a whole year. I was on a break and lacking inspiration to make videos, and this was a tough script and video to make. But I worked hard for you guys, and I hope you enjoy this video as much as I did when making it. Technically, this is a video essay, but I'm not sure what to call it, but this is a FNAF video. This is my take on the FNAF lore and story. Some characters that are unnamed will be getting names by me, and the characters are being redesigned by me. That's for another video later. Here's a small content warning. If you are disturbed by any of these topics, then please click off the video and watch something else more lighthearted. And if you disagree with me or dislike my interpretation of the lore and story, then tell me why in the comments. But please don't leave any hate comments that are mean and hurtful. This video is just for fun and something for me to discuss about stuff I like. And please don't harass me, for I am a very small content creator. My inspiration for some of the story is horror films like A Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Jigsaw, and The Terrifier. But if my timeline is slightly confusing, I apologize in advance because I can't do math. I will also be leaving characters from these games out that are not canon to my lore. I'm saying that I'll be having a short series about each character redesign. I'll be going game by game and try to get that in order, but I will be using official renders and images for the characters, and now that that is all out of the way, now let's jump into the pit, shall we? That was horrible! For those who don't know, Five Nights at Freddy's, also known as FNAF for short, is a horror game series created by Christian game developer Scott Cawthon. August 8th, 2014 is when Five Nights at Freddy's was launched as a small point-and-click survival horror game with the main character, Freddy Fazbear, in the picture on the Steam store page. It gained popularity from being played by Markiplier, a popular YouTuber, and also played by Matpat on Game Theory Live, and then theorized by the YouTube channel Game Theory and the community. First, the fans tied the game back to the incident that happened at Chuck E. Cheese in the 1990s. There will be a link in the description to Matpat's first FNAF theory if you haven't seen it or need a recap. Game after game was released. Within 4 years of the game release, the theories and fanbase began to grow bigger and bigger as the game's mystery kept growing and becoming more frequent. I personally remember when people thought that Bone Guy, voiced by Scott himself, was also the purple guy, which we learned a few years later isn't true at all. I also remember when people were starting a war on the internet over if Bonnie the Bunny was blue or purple. The good old days. FNAF only started as a small, fun indie game with 4 characters and a scary story, now having over 130 characters and intense stories, and 9 games in total now of writing a script. The year is 1976. Star Trek was quite popular and new. Trolls dolls were a hit amongst the kids. And the new Fredbear's Family Diner opened in Jacksonville in the state of Oregon, USA, by Henry Emily's and David Miller. The diner only had 2 mascots, a golden yellow bear with brown eyes and a soft purple bow tie and hat with a microphone, which is our main mascot and the face of the diner, Fredbear, and a golden yellow rabbit with lavender eyes and a banjo for an instrument, Spring Bonnie. The place was shut down in 1984, after an incident on June 6, 1983, where a young child had been bitten by the Fredbear animatronic and was rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately died from blood loss due to the damage to the frontal lobe. The animatronic bear was made of hydraulics. The bite force of the jaw was 1,500 psi, which would be the strength of a full-grown jaguar. The bite victim was around 7 years old and weighed only 32.5 pounds, which is 20.5 pounds underweight. In 1985, a new restaurant called opened Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The new place had improved animatronics, the building was bigger, including an arcade and a prize corner. A brand new cast of characters had been added, which are called toy animatronics. Freddy Fazbear, a soft brown bear with rosy cheeks and a round tummy. He holds a microphone in his right hand and wears a black top hat with a red ribbon on it, and a black bow tie with 2 large buttons that are displayed on his waistcoat. There's Toy Bonnie the Bunny, who is a light blue and rocks a soft red guitar and sports a red bow tie, and Toy Chica the Chicken, with a Let's Party top and having a cupcake purse by her side. And Toy Foxy, a fox with a white and pink color scheme and a circus clown theme, which the workers call the Mangle due to being torn apart by little kids in a place called Kids Cove. The reason these animatronics are called toys is because they're made of hard, shiny plastic material, like an action figure. In the parts and service room lies a group of old withered animatronics named Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. They are torn, withered, and rotting because they are made of fabric and fur. 2 years later, the restaurant closed down in 1987 when an employee was bitten by the Mangle animatronic due to a malfunction with the already broken fox. Once again, Freddy Fazbear's reopened, with Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy now being made of fabric and fur and taking the main stage. Freddy Fazbear is a brown bear. Bonnie is a Yale blue colored rabbit who plays a guitar, and Chica is a chicken who has a 1950s housewife look to her, are on the main stage, while Foxy, a pirate-themed fox with a hook on his right hand and a peg leg for his left leg, is on his own stage called Pirate's Cove. The pizza place was running smoothly until 1989 when a 6-year-old girl named Charlotte Annalise, daughter of Henry Annalise, went missing. A year later, her body was found behind a dumpster behind the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, with her body cold and covered in frostbite. Charlotte died from hypothermia, and a large ball-jointed marionette doll with a magician's design laid atop of her body in a protective manner which baffled detectives. In 1993, over the course of 3 months, 5 children went missing, and the last place they were seen was Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. David Miller was suspected. The police interviewed Mr. Miller, and he had claimed,
"As a father myself, I could never hurt a child, nor have involvement with taking one. You must understand that I'm a good man, and I would give my life for my own children."
Why though you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop you lying.
He claimed to be a good man, but the parents and police thought otherwise. Stories of children being stuffed into the suits were spread by the children due to a rotting stench and a dark brownish black liquid that leaked from the suits. The parents stopped taking their children to the pizzeria due to the rumors that the children spread, which wasn't good for business. Later, in 1994, the bodies of the missing children were found, except for one. Susie Lozer, Gabriel Rivetz, Jeremy Branks, Fritz Richards, their bodies were stuffed into the Fazbear Entertainment suits. Only 4 children were found. 8-year-old Cassidy Oates' body has not been found, but she has been deemed deceased. Police are still looking for the monster who harmed those innocent children. In the same year, David Miller, or known by his real name, William Afton, went missing after an odd and sudden psychotic break in the pizzeria during a birthday party. He ran into the back of the pizzeria and disappeared from sight. What really happened was William ran to the safe room, which is a room that is closed off to the public and is invisible on the cameras. William had a violent hallucination of the 4 children he murdered. They followed him into the safe room, trapping him there. The spirits were restless and hate-filled due to having an early grave. William tried to make them stop, but one soul found him and was following him in the room. Cassidy Oates. She followed him and backed him into the corner. In the same room was the Spring Bonnie Springlock suit. This is editor Sunny here. The audio somehow got overlaid when I was working on this, and I had to almost re-record this entire part. But since you guys already know what's going on, I'll just play the audio clip and the animation. So here y'all guys go. So this is like a part 2 to 3 videos, since I decided that I'm going to shorten the length of this one from 15 to around 10-ish minutes at the least. And I know I probably sound like that one bird. You know the one. But yeah. I hope I'll see you guys in the next one. The next videos will be out sooner or later. But yeah, hope y'all have a great day. Bye!
Also, shout out to my friend Titan, who provided the voice for William Afton. He did a freaking amazing job. Subscribe to him.